All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to introduce reintroduce Samantha because she just did that marvelous shrimp and grits class, and her partner Leah with Snap Education with Clemson. So if you are not a Clemson fan, we can still be fans of Samantha and Leah, and we won't hold that against them. But they are coming in to do some chair yoga. Let's greet them. Let's say hello. What's up, guys? Thanks for being here. Can you hear me all right?
How's it going?
I'm super excited to have you guys here. And since you guys 100% have control over this and know what you're doing, I'm going to take a step back, let you take over, and maybe I will be following along with my camera turned off.
Well, first off, David, I really hope you do exercise with us and follow along because it's great for all ages, one. And two, let's be honest, we can't help we're Clemson fans. We're just here. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to walk you through some neutral spine exercises, okay? Now, let's go ahead and if you're not seating right now, you're going to need to grab a chair. So let's go ahead and sit firmly, put our tushes firmly in the chair, all right? This is gonna be the first portion of our exercises. Again, we are Leah and Samantha from Clemson Snap-ED, and we're doing chair yoga today to go ahead and work out those kinks and get relaxed. So let's go ahead and put our butts firmly on the seat of our chairs, and we're just gonna put our hands on the sides of our hips, all right? And this is just the first portion of the exercise, so don't give up on me yet. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find our pelvic placement. Now, your pelvis is essentially your hips. So we want to go ahead and find the proper hip placement in order for us to do this exercise. Because when you don't have proper hip placement, proper spinal placement, or even don't sit up straight in general, it can actually be pretty bad for your posture. It can be pretty bad for your health overall. And honestly, it can be a little bad for your confidence too. And let's be honest, when we're out at those football games and the Pee-wee play games and going on long car rides to go visit family for the holidays or coming back from long car rides from visiting family for the holidays, honestly, sitting on those the long car rides with our backs, it starts to hurt. And if you don't have a brace or a pillow, when you get home, you're in a lot of pain. So this exercise is going to help with that, all right? So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to find our proper pelvic placement. So first things first, we're going to plant our butts firmly in our chair and then hands on hips. And we're going to rock our hips backwards and forwards, all right? Backwards and forwards. Now what you're going to feel there is you're going to feel tilted forward. You're going to feel hunched back. And then you're going to find a nice middle ground where you're actually sitting up straight. You want to be in that middle ground, all right? So when you're tilted forward, that's a no. When you're hunched back, that's a no. But when you find that nice middle ground where you feel yourself sitting upright, that's where you want to be. So go ahead and rock back and forth a few times. Just do that. You're going to feel tilted, hunched, and in the middle. Find that middle ground as best you can. And once you find it, that's where you want to rest at. All right. So give it a good tilt just a couple more times. All right, perfection. So now that you found that middle ground, we need to work on our spinal placement. So our pelvic position is proper, but what about our spinal placement? How many of you slouch without even thinking about it, without even noticing it? We're putting a stop to that today. So next thing we need to do, find that spinal placement. So now we need to make sure that our heart is right over our pelvis, all right? So right over our hips. So you kind of want to imagine that your hips are essentially like a little bowl and your heart's going to sit right there in the middle. All right, so make sure that your heart is sitting right over your pelvic area, like a little bowl catching your heart. That's where you want to be. And that's going to make sure that your spine is nice and straightened and aligned and that you're sitting up properly. And then the last thing we're going to do is make sure that our heads are just over our hearts. So we don't want to be sitting like this. We don't want to be sitting like this, or even off to the side like this because you're just kind of watching this video, but you're not participating. I see you out there. Stop that. So go ahead and get yourself aligned. Make sure that your spine is nice and straight, so heart over your hips. And then make sure that your head is nice and straight, keeping your neck relaxed. Just let go of that tension, ease those shoulders. You don't want to drop them so it feels like gravity is about to pull your arms out of your shoulders or out of their slots. But you want to make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You're not holding any tension. And if you still got the tension, you got some breathing exercises to work through to do that, all right? So let's go ahead, find our pelvic position, sit up straight. Make sure your heart is over your spine. Make sure your head is aligned with your heart so it's not here, there, and everywhere. And we're going to begin those breathing exercises, okay? Now I want to see everybody doing it. So lips puckered and stuck out like that. I want to see everybody doing it. So first things first. Let's go ahead and do simple breathing exercises. We're just going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to do that 5 times, okay? Nice and easy does it. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's 1. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Blow out that exhaustion and stress. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We're not worried about yesterday or the couple weeks before, not that meeting, none of that nonsense. We're right here and now, and that's all that matters. So we got 2 more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So those are just some beginner's breathing exercises to kind of help you regain your focus, okay? And make sure your brain's getting that oxygen. It's pretty necessary so you don't fall out. Now, the next thing we're going to do is some diaphragm exercises. Now, your diaphragm is about right here. And we're going to go ahead and fill up that diaphragm with as much air as possible. And then we're going to release it, okay? Now, there's something I want to show you real quick. So I'm just going to adjust just a tad. When we're filling up our diaphragm, we don't want to fill up our stomach so it's like extended out like that. We want to fill up our chest area, keeping our stomach the same as it was, okay? So no poopy stomachs. We just want to go ahead and keep our stomachs the same and fill up our chest. So you should feel your lungs and your ribs kind of pushing out to the side, but your stomach staying nice and in the same position it was in before, okay? All right, so let's give this a try. All right, so proper alignment, heart over pelvis, head over heart, and then let's begin. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up our diaphragm, suck in. Stomach should still be the same, and release. These are deep breathing exercises. So let's go ahead and do that 4 more times. In, release. We're getting a whole body experience out of this. 3 more times. Suck in and release. All right, 2 more times. Suck in. Feel that chest cavity. You want to feel those lungs expanding out, but you want to keep that stomach exactly the same. And release. All right, 1 more time. Suck in. And release. So we've done some beginner's breaths and we've done some deep breathing in our diaphragm right there. So then the next thing we want to do is really get the entire body into it, all right? So I need you to do what we call visualization with me, okay? Visualization. So now we're going to imagine our body is filled with a red smoke, okay? It's filled with a red smoke. You know what that red smoke is? That's bills. That's things going on with your kids, your family. That's frustrations. That's COVID. That's your car doing weird things and making funny noises. That's your cousin getting on your nerves. Your dog chewed up your shoes. That red smoke is all the stress and frustration that you're feeling right now, okay? And it is everywhere. It's from your head all the way to the tip of your toes. So if you can just imagine yourself, your skin is turning red, you are filled with that red smoke, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to breathe in peace, we're gonna breathe in neutrality, and we're gonna breathe out that nasty red smoke, okay? Because we're not focusing on that right now, we're just focusing on the moment. So our bodies are turning red right now. Our skin is red as a tomato. And right now we are going to suck in a nice blue light. So imagine in a way that as you breathe in, blue air is coming in and the red air as you breathe out is going out. So blue smoke coming in, red smoke going out, all right? And eventually by the time we're done with our 5 breaths, you will exchange the negativity for the positive, all right? So let's begin. Proper seated focus, heart over pelvis, head over heart. Relax your neck and your shoulders. And if you'd like to close your eyes for this one, you can. I'll let you know when I open them again. But we've got that red smoke, our skin is tomato red, and now we're gonna breathe in blue smoke. All right, so what is this blue smoke? It's gonna be, everything's okay. So first breath, breathe in. Fill up your diaphragm, leave your stomach the same. Everything is gonna be okay. Breathe out, push out all that red smoke. We're not worried about it. All right, next one, breathe in some more blue smoke. We're exchanging the negativity. We're focusing on the positive. Breathe in. You're going to get through this. Now blow out all that negativity. Let your body fall. It's okay. We got 3 more. So breathe in with me. You will make it and you will have fun again. And then blow out all that negativity. 2 more. All right, breathe in for me. Bills will get paid and you will get your feet under you again. It's gonna be okay. And then breathe out all that negativity. And then one last one, let's make it real good. We're gonna fill up that diaphragm and we're gonna keep our stomach the same and we're gonna get a nice deep breath on this one, all right? So let's do it. Breathe in. You have people surrounding you who are gonna be there for you to take care of you. You're gonna be okay. And then breathe out. Big push. All right. So now that we've found our center, now that we've had a chance to breathe, and now that we are here in this moment, let's go ahead and get into those chair exercises. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and back my chair up, but Leah's going to stay where she's at and she's going to do those chair exercises with you. All right. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and back my chair up. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll sit for the first one, then I'll stand for the next one. And we're just going to work through those chair exercises, okay? So hopefully you can still hear me all right. So here we go. So the first one we're going to do is called mountain pose. And that's why it's so important to have your positioning already set up, because that mountain pose is going to take you through some seated bending, all right? Now, the biggest thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we are not bending our upper body, so we're not hunched over. We want to make sure that we are bending from our pelvis, all right? So we're bending forward. So our entire body is bending forward, not just here, but here, bending forward, all right? So Leah will stay seated for those of you who use your chairs on a regular basis and maybe cannot stand for long periods of time. And then for some of the exercises, I'll stand up, and that's how it'll be as we work through our workout classes. So let's begin. We're in our mountain pose. Our shoulders are relaxed. We're going to take in a deep breath. Release. So in mountain pose, we're going to bend at our pelvis, and we're going to keep our heads facing forward, all right? So you're going to give me eye contact. right, so that's how we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do 5 of those, okay? Nice and easy does it. Are we ready? So we're gonna go down 1. And then we're gonna come back up. All right. And if you like, you can even do some breathing exercises while we're doing this. So go ahead and breathe in as we're going down for this first one. So breathe in. There you go. Perfection. And as we're coming back up, we're going to breathe out. All right. So 3, 2. That was 2. We got 3 more. Got to fix my fingers. All right. So let's do it. Going to breathe in, going down. And then breathe out. All right, 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. One last one. And hold it, hold it. Now breathe out. All right, guys, doing great so far. So the next one we're gonna do is our seated twist. Excuse me, we're gonna greet the sun. Let's do that today. So the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do our sun salutations. Now again, Leah's gonna say seated for this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and stand up for those of you who are able to. Now I'm gonna stand off to the side, and with our sun salutations, we're just going to bring our arms forward for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna do this, bring our arms up, come into prayer position, bring it down in front of our heart space. We're gonna open up for those many blessings we asked for, and then we're gonna go ahead and claim those blessings. So they are ours, all right? So we're gonna reach up, bring our hands together, pull them back down into our heart space, open up, and then claim what is ours. All right, so let's go ahead and do that 5 times. All right, so we ready to go? So let's go ahead and bring it on up. You can breathe in if you'd like. Hands together into prayer pose. Bring it back down into your heart space. Breathe out. I asked for it, and it is mine. That was 1. Let's go ahead and go back to right in front of our thighs, and then bring it on up once more. Hands together. Bring it back down into heart space. Open up for the possibility of things changing. And then we're going to bring it on down. All right. Now we got 3 more. So back in front of us. Going up. Hands together. Bring it down in front of our heart space. Open up wide for all the things to come. And then back down to our sides. All right. Then 2 more. So keep it on up. Take your time, breathe through this. There's no rush. In front of our heart space. Open up. Bring it on down. 1 more. Back in front of our thighs. And then we're coming in for this last one. Breathe in. Hold it. Release. And relax. All right, guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back into a seated position. And now we are going to go ahead and do those actual twists that I talked about just a moment ago. Now for our seated trunk twist, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arm back, grab the chair, So it can be the upper part of the chair, the lower part of the chair, or you can just bring your elbow back as well. So we're going to grab the part of the chair, and then we're going to reach our arm forward. And then we're going to bring that arm over and touch our arm. And then we'll hold that for about 10 seconds, all right? So let's go back to our center. So give me some eye contact. So we are at our center, and we are just fine. And we're gonna do 5 of these apiece, okay? So let's begin. So I'm gonna go ahead and reach back. Bring our arm forward. And then I'm gonna reach and touch my arm. We're gonna hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna bring it on back to center. All right. And apparently if my dog were doing yoga with us, then she wouldn't be fussing so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the door really quick. All right, awesome. And now we're gonna go ahead and get into our second one. So let's go ahead and bring that left arm back. If you started with your right arm, bring your left arm back. If you started with your left arm, bring your right arm back. I'm gonna grab that chair, then we're gonna reach the arm forward. And then we're gonna go ahead and reach it back and grab our other arm. All right, and then we're gonna hold that for 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now let's bring it on back to center. All right, now we're gonna go ahead for the next one. So reach that arm back, grab the chair, place that arm forward, whip it on back nice and slowly and touch your arm and hold that for 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and bring it on back to center. Now, I think we'll do a couple more of these for time's sake. So let's go ahead and bring it on back with that other arm that you were not using. And we're gonna reach our arm forward. And we're just gonna slide it on top of our other arm, all right? So during this time, you can breathe, you can relax, you can celebrate some of the accomplishments that you had during this time. We're just gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfection. All right, and then one more, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. So I'm gonna reach one arm back, bring it over, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfection. It'll be back to center now. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Leah lead you into the next one, and then I'm gonna go fight my dog because apparently she's out to get me today. So Leah, I'm glad someone loves the dog. Well, I'm gonna let Leah take over the next one, and that next one is going to be our calf exercise. We're gonna go ahead and extend those. Oh, she knows what it is. So she's gonna go ahead and take you into the next exercise. One moment.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leah Price, as Sam introduced me. I do work with Clemson Snap-ED. So the next exercise that we are going to be doing is your seated half moon twist. So if you are already seated, that is perfectly fine, but definitely make sure you have your bottom in the chair. You're going to do, at first, you're going to take both of your arms. You're going to hold them up just like this so it looks like a T. You're going to look straight across just like a T. You're going to decide which hand you want to do. You can do your right hand, you can do your left hand. When you turn your respective hand, you're going to turn it like this. You're going to turn your arm, keep the other side just as it is, and the side that you're choosing, you are going to lean over and hold it for about 5 seconds each. Okay? And you're going to come back into the center, turn your hand right side up. You're going to do that 5 times. So let's do it one more time for an example before we get started. Okay? Hands are just palms flat to the ground. Our palms are flat to the ground. And we're going to turn one hand over. You're going to lean over that way. Okay? And we're going to do 5 reps. Okay? All right? Let's get ready. So I'm going to turn my right hand this time. And I'm going to lean over. Make sure you're not leaning like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Don't do this. Keep it straight and just lean over slightly. Okay? And now we're going to go back to the center and turn our hands palm side down. We're going to do this 2 more times. Let's do the hand that you didn't do last time. Okay? So turn your hand over and just lean over. Okay? And let's go back and let's do it one more time. Lean over. Okay? What we're going to do next, you will feel it in your shoulders. You're going to feel it in your upper body. Let's go on and put our arms down. Our next exercise are going to be the seated calf stretches. Okay? So we all know the calves are part of your legs. They're right at the bottom. Okay? Most people don't stretch their calves the way they need to. But that's okay, because that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so your seated calf stretches are going to be, you're going to stick one leg out. So you're going to have your legs at a 90-degree angle. So they're going to be parallel to your chair. Okay, what you will do is you are going to stick one leg out, your right or your left leg. Okay, we're going to hold this for 15 seconds per leg. Okay, the first 2 times we do it are just to practice. Okay, you are most likely going to have to get to the edge of your chair because, like most people, not everyone stretches the way they're supposed to. And we're trying to make sure we don't overextend ourselves. Okay, whatever that may mean. You're going to keep one foot, one leg planted while the other stretches, okay? Don't lean over. Don't just hunch over. Lean down and try to touch your toes. It's okay if you can't get to your toes, but just try and help stretch your calf, okay? So we're going to lean over and we're going to try to touch our toes. And if you can't, just go as far as it's comfortable for you. And we're going to hold that for 10 seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's lean back up, bring that leg back, and let's do the next leg. So the leg that you didn't do this time, do the same thing. Put that leg out, put it on your heel, okay? And we're going to just lean down gradually and go to a comfortable position to where you can be towards your toes, okay? We're going to hold this for 10 seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's come back up, put both of our legs You don't have to have them together. You can have a little bit of distance in between them, okay? We're going to go on and get started. So we're going to hold this position for 15 seconds, our seated calf stretches, okay? Let's put your first leg out, and we're just going to repeat what we did 2 times, okay? Let's go down, and we're going to do 15 seconds this time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, let's come back up. Let's put our leg back. Now let's do the opposite leg, okay? Everyone ready? Put your heel out, and we're just going to lean down gradually, and we're going to hold this for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's ease our way back up and put our legs back. All right, guys. So we're going to go on to our next exercise, which is mountain pose. So that was what our first exercise was, and we're going to round it off with it. Sam, did you want to do it, or did you want me to do it?
I got you. All right. So thanks so much, Leah, for taking over. As you guys kind of saw, my dog was not happy about not being able to do yoga with us. She wanted to stretch and claw and let the world know that she was here. So let's go ahead and just finish it on off. So we are going to do our mountain pose. Remember to make sure that your pelvis is in its proper position. So let's review real quick. Let's get into our neutral spine pose. So we're going to go ahead and rock back and forth on our pelvis. Remember, you're going to feel a leaning forward, a just right, and then a backward one that isn't going to feel as good. You want to be right there in the middle. So let's go ahead and lean forward, middle, and back. All right. So let's go ahead and find that middle position. That is exactly where you want to be. All right. And then we're going to make sure that our spine is properly aligned. So nice and straight where it should be. So our heart should be right in the middle of our hips. Okay. So like a bowl catching your heart. All right. So that's where we want to be, heart over hips. And then let's go ahead and relax our necks and our shoulders. And we're going to have our heads over our hearts. Okay. So head over heart, heart over pelvis. All right. And let's go ahead and do that mountain pose one more time. So to review, you're going to go ahead and bend forward from the waist, keeping your head straight up. So you're going to be looking at me. So we don't want to allow gravity to take our head away because we don't want to feel that strain in our neck. It's very painful. So we're going to go ahead and bend forward at the pelvis and keep that eye contact. I want to see you. All right. Perfect. All right, so we're going to do that one. Let's do it 6 times, a nice even number, and then we'll be done. All right, so let's go ahead and have those hands on our hips, proper pelvic positioning. Straighten out that spine, relax those shoulders. Keep your head where it ought to be, not to the side, not in here, right up here. All right, and then let's bend forward one good time, keeping your face looking straight ahead at me, all right? Perfection. And then we're going to bring it back up. All right, now let's take it down for number 2. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Bring it on back up. Perfection, perfection. All right, so we got 4 more times, guys. So go ahead. Ready, David? All right, let's go ahead. Nice. Let's go ahead, breathe in, take it on down. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And then release, breathe out, bring it on back up. Nice and easy does it. We're not stressing. We know we got stuff to do today, but we're not worried about it because we're chill. All right. And let's go down another time, 3 more times. Breathe in. Keep that eye contact. We're not letting gravity take our heads away. And then go ahead and bring it up nice and slowly. All right. 2 more times. So go ahead and breathe in. Take it on down. Take it on down. All right. And breathe out. Bring it on back up. Bring it on back up. I see you. Well, I suppose I'll see you for one last time this week. So let's do that. One more time. Breathe in. Take it on down. And now we're just going to breathe on out and bring it back up nice and slowly. All right, Leah and I just want to thank you so much for spending some time with us today to look over our recipes, to go over our workout program, and to meet my dog, Margie. She's crazy, but she loves you all. So I thank you so much. And
We will be doing this program weekly for the next 6 weeks after this one. And if you guys like it, we'll keep doing it after that as well. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.